Like I remember once, many, many months ago, my son and I were in Reverend Kathleen McNamara's office, and she offered him up a lemon drop. And my child did one of those things that kids do. You know, he pressed back against my legs real hard, and he went, and just shook his head no, like she'd offered him spinach or something. And so, you know, fine. We finish our conversation. She goes on about her business. We go on about our business. We get outside, and then my son goes like this to me. And get real close, and he whispers, I really do want a lemon drop. What is that? He was just right there. He could have gone both fists in on that jar. You know what I mean? But fear or shyness or insecurity or whatever kicks in, and then the moment's gone, lost. Opportunity over. You ever had that happen to you? So close to something so sweet, you know? Just about to meet the guy, kiss the girl, win the race, land the job, have the behind that you know you are God intended to have. You get close, you start your diet, you start your plan, whatever, and then somehow the moment seems to pass. Ever had that happen? Like, I remember once, this was weeks and weeks after that initial lemon drop incident of late 2011. I am driving my son home from school one day, and I hear him say in the back seat, I want to go to Agape. So, all right, that's beautiful. I love Agape. You all are my community. I want him to feel the same way. So what I had neglected to mention prior is that not only had we been to Agape not only had we been to school that day, we'd had a play date. And we had stayed late for the play date. So clearly the only option we have at that moment is for me to race like a wild woman home as fast as I can, throw supper on the table, run him upstairs so we can hurry up and have our slow down relaxation time, and dump him in bed so we can get back on schedule. Right? Schedule, a mommy's best friend. So I very rationally explain that to my son, to which he replies with silence. And then a couple minutes pass and I hear, I want to go to Agape. Now, let me be so clear with you. It's late. We're off schedule. I'm getting us back on schedule. Period. End of sentence. All right? I morphed into my parents in that moment, and I period end of sentence to my kid. Okay? But I'm not so dense or so rigid that I didn't hear a little something behind something. So I do say to him, so what's up? Why do you want to go to Agape? And he says to me, well, first he was very quiet. And then I could hear that breath starting again. I want a lemon drop. All of a sudden, this is weeks and weeks later, there's not been one mention of lemon drops in all these weeks, and now all of a sudden, he's on it. Gotta have a lemon drop. So I respect that, it's important, I get it. And so I tell him, all right, I'll be happy to take you to Agape some other time, but right now, we gotta get home, gotta get back on schedule, period, end of sentence. So I drive us home, pull into the garage, park the car, and then I heard the voice. Not my voice, not his voice. The voice. You know that voice, that soul calling, that voice in your gut that wants the best of you, that wants to thrive you and guide you and stretch you and grow you and have you be everything you came into this world to be. I heard that voice inside of me and it said, are you crazy, lady? Are you nuts? You got a human being on fire there. There's something happening. This is a moment. This is it for that person. And all you're worried about is some schedule? And all I could think is, quite frankly, yeah, totally into my schedule. But I didn't say that to the voice, because the voice was like really intense. So eventually, the voice in my gut was stronger than the one in my head, and so eventually I put the car in reverse. I back out, and we start heading over to Agape. But I'm a real good mom, so I spent the entire car ride from our house to Agape, explaining to my son all of the very good reasons why this plan was doomed for failure. So I explained to him, here's the deal. It's late. I don't even know if Reverend Kathleen is still at Agape, you know? But even if she is at Agape, she may not be in her office. But if she is at Agape and she is in her office, then most certainly she'll be facilitating a practitioner session, so she's still not going to be available for us. But if she is at Agape and she is in her office and she's not doing a prac session, she may not even have lemon drops anymore. Because, you know, the last time we were there, that jar was really low, and that was weeks and weeks and weeks ago, right? But if she is at Agape and she is in her office and she's not doing a practitioner session and she does have lemon drops, why on earth would she offer you anyway? Because you said no the last time. Right? Now here's where we take a page from the child. He did not pay me 1 ounce of attention. Can you do that? Can you stay so grounded, so rooted, so convicted in your good that nobody, no way, no how can rock you? That's right. He just sat there, laser focused, eye on the prize. If he had any sideways thoughts, I'm sure it was just he wished that lady in the driver's seat would shut up. You know, like a taxi cab where you could just shut the window. So anyway, we pull into Agape. He flies out of the car, races over to her window from the outside. He peers in, and then he calls out to me. She's not there. So that's my moment. I got to turn into insto presto good mommy moment. I am here to catch my kid when he falls, save him from a disappointment. He did not pay me an ounce of attention. He just goes zoom straight by me, flings open the great big doorway to Agape. We step into the hallway. It's completely empty, not a soul around. And now here is a thing you did not know about the Reverend Kathleen McNamara. She can materialize. That hallway was completely empty, and then all of a sudden, bam, Kathy Mack in the house, right? She's a practitioner, you know, she's powerful like that. So anyway, I know it looks like we're headed for this big happy ending, but you must recall that initial lemon drop incident of late 2011 occurred in her office, where those neon yellow balls would make anybody think to offer them up. But we are now in the main hallway of Agape. There is nothing even remotely around to make her think of lemon drops. But even if she were walking around ruminating about lemon drops all day, the thing is, right now, her arms are laden with things, books and papers, and clearly she is on her way to go do very important things with very important people, and of course she doesn't have a second of time to spend on us. Can I tell you, I had barely gotten the huh in hello out of my mouth to her when she completely blows me off, turns to my kid, "Would you like a lemon drop?" "Yes," gone. To run down the hallway to catch up with him. And then the administering of this lemon drop was like a high Japanese tea ceremony. She very elegantly raises up the crystal goblet. My son, ever so gingerly, reaches in and extracts the shiny, sugary yellow ball. Notice I just used the words "my son" and "gingerly" in the same sentence, okay? And he got his moment. And he got his moment. That's your life. That's the stuff of your life, no matter how many moments you feel have passed you by. You may feel millions of opportunities have passed you by. There is still one that's got your name on it. One bright, shiny, perfect one.